shady things with these with these like with these scripts or something like that, but like I just don't want them to like flood everybody's like their feed kind of thing, because it would be kind of weird though if you have like 30 videos flood the feed and it's like different mod explanations, right? Or different mod script anime like explanations kind of thing. So while I could end up like releasing them onto the like onto what do you call it, like the Nexus kind of thing with my Nexus account or whatever. I forgot to save again, man. Just not used to saving before I enter an Oblivion gate. I mean, I guess even after is not that big of a deal, but still. It's like I didn't learn my lesson. I'm just a glutton for punishment for that. Anyway. So, like, I would love to be able to do all that kind of stuff for you guys kind of thing, though. So, like, if you guys want to have, like, certain tech features kind of thing, like, let's say you like the Infamy Fame Switcher part, but you don't like the, hey, let's have the random defensive buffs kind of thing be applicable kind of thing, then you can pick and choose what features you want, right? And instead of me making, like, my mod being more widely accessible towards everybody, and then just making a random custom mod launcher that, like, you just go through, like, a random checklist of what effects you like and what effects you don't like kind of thing. Because that would just take too much more time. And again, I have a lot of stuff that's already on my plate right now. I have to fix my PAL World server. I have to make my Circuitcraft world. I also have to still do some edits on here too. So it's like, I have three, like, that's just the three things that are there though. That's not including Pixelmon Adventures. That's not including wanting to start games and just having an overall time just going through editing them as well. Like, there's a whole bunch of things that go around in the background that, like, I still need to get through, right? So it's like, and that's just like on today's, like, that's just like overall. That's not including like what'll happen like in a year, 2 years that go by kind of thing. Now, one thing that I will say though, right off the bat, is that I will not be releasing every script right off the bat. And I want to give a perfectly good explanation for why. So if the script is either broken or I feel like it can be condensed in a way that makes it much more easily like readable, or that could be more easily read, so that like you can understand it perfectly fine, then that's exactly what I want to do. So that's one reason. The other reason is because the item is just broken in general, and for some odd reason it went through all the testing perfectly fine. Then once I was able to fully test it for something else, then it decided to break. The one thing that comes to mind is the Nebula Rift Ring. Because for some odd reason, it just decided to, like, going through like the minimal testing kind of thing, just testing to make sure like all the singular effects work. It worked perfectly fine. Then once I went through a tiny Oblivion mod that would only take, we'll say, 6 videos on the channel if I really wanted to speedrun it kind of thing. Or if I wanted to last a little longer, we'll say 2 hours. So about 8 videos, right? It literally broke like halfway through. Like, it broke the character halfway through playing the mod. Okay, come on. Laptop, come on. Oh, laptop, come on, man. Actually, is that better? Yeah, that's better. Alright. We have to go to... Technically, I think there's one that's like around over here, but we're just gonna skip that. We're gonna go do this one. But yeah, so it's not like I haven't done my testing at all. It's that when I do my testing, everything works perfectly fine. It's once I throw it over to, like, when I'm actually, like, playing through it like normal, like, it's as if, like, it's as if, like, I'm playing through this, and then all of a sudden, though, like, when something happens, it rips everything out. Or when something like, what was it? Was it Oblivion? Was it Oblivion or was it a different mod? It was like when that mod took away all of my items, my speed glitched. But that was because it took everything off in a weird mechanic, maybe? Instead of taking it off like in a normal method, it took it off in a weird mechanical way. So what happened is that it broke the items because it did it in a weird mechanical way instead of doing it in a normal scripted method. Or instead of doing it in the normal sort of way, it should have unequipped all of the player's items through a script, unless that is what broke, and then take the items away from the player. That's what it should have done. But that's just my troubleshooting thing. Anyway. Yep. So lots of fun are going to be happening after this recording. For one thing, since the game crashed, I'm going to have to make this into a complete video again. Yay, I love it when it crashes. It's so much fun just to be able to piece it all together. So much fun. Oh. Not what I wanted to do at all. Hi there, buddy. Bye. I love doing this. And we're across the bridge. That is so interesting. You go so fast, the textures don't even pop in right. Aw. Spell faded. You know what's weird though? The cat and Tess hasn't spawned back in here. That's really weird. Anyway. Imperial Villa. Wait. What is this? Well, whatever it is, there's a gate here. Okay, it's one of these. Nice. Hey, yoink. Alright, let's see here. Where are we going? Gotta go find the gate. Ah, there we go. We're over here. Perfect. Whoa! Hello, Spitterdatras. Hello, Spitterdatras. Nope, not load. Save. Perfect. There we go. Alright, what are we doing here? Alright, cool. Yeah, so while I mentioned this on the latest Pal World server, I think for Pal World, it'll make at least a little bit more sense. Because there is, like, a community server method for it, though. But, like, I would love to do this for many of the different games that I can make servers for. So, like Terraria, Minecraft, and such like that. The only thing is that, like, you guys will be knowing what my IP is. And that's where, like, the scary factor comes into play. Like, I'm scared of doing that. That's why for servers like this, it's fine. Not, like, for Pal World and stuff like that, but, like... Actually, I don't even know how the community server works for Pal World just yet. But... But, like, for Minecraft, it gets even scarier for me, right? Because it's like, you guys will know what my IP is, and then all the scary factors of knowing somebody's IP runs through my head, like, 30 million times through my, like, skull, and then it's like, okay, I don't want to have make a public server, right? Like, even if, like, the servers are whitelisted kind of thing, though, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, to be honest. That just adds an extra layer of security for that server. That's all that does. That doesn't make it so that, like, you can't know my exact location or where I live, kind of thing. Nonetheless, it is that my static IP that my ISP gives me doesn't actually give off my location, then I don't necessarily care then. Well, I shouldn't say that. I do still care in a little way, but it's not as much as it would have been before. Because the first time I made a I say dedicated server because that's pretty much how every other game calls it, pretty much, right? But, like, for Minecraft, when I first made my server, it was literally my computer's IP. And every time somebody needed to get on, I needed to tell them what the IP of the server was. Because whatever it was on the computer is exactly what it is. For Cube, it's interesting, because as long as you have Cube's IP, you'll get on any server that I have. I'm not even joking. So, like, if you want to play on the Java Edition Minecraft server, be it Pixelmon Adventures or just CircuitCraft in general, boom, you have a Cube's IP, you can get on. As long as you're whitelisted on the server, of course. The other thing as well is you want to play on the Ark Survival server that I have, kind of thing. As long as you have Cube's IP, you're in. I don't know if you can even. I don't even know if I could whitelist that server because it's on Epic, but still, same idea. As long as you have the IP, you're good. Same thing with Pal World. As long as you have the IP, you're good. You're in. You're in the server. You don't need to worry about anything. You're like, as long as you have the IP, you're in. Same thing with Terraria. You have the IP, boom, you're in. I made extra special considerations for Terraria. I think I made sure that you don't require Steam for it. Just in case. Even though my version is Steam, and I think Steam makes it easier to make a server, but I made sure to not have it require Steam. So, although it makes it easier for people who just bought Terraria all by itself or bought it through a different game launcher program, I think like GOG or whatever, it makes it easier for them to get it that way. Right? Because, like, while I understand though Steam is not literally like a lot of people's cup of tea kind of thing for that kind of stuff though, but like for me it's actually, well, I mean, it did kind of hurt me a lot in my wallet, so kind of needs to recoup me on those kinds of costs, but that's just me, right? By just saying for everybody. By that I mean, like, for me to buy Oblivion and Skyrim, I bought it, and then, like, a week or two later, it went on sale. That's what I mean, it's got to recoup the cost for that, right? But, like, for everything else, though, like... I think I bought Terraria on sale, or I think it was, like, $10 or something like that, so I'm like, who cares? It's $10. Like, it's like Minecraft, right? Like, Minecraft, I think I bought it for $15. And that was back during beta, and I thought $15 was a lot. Now I think it's like $30 or $40 now. So it's like, yikes. No. Game's being weird. Alright. Alright, you two. Let's see, what do we get? Because we need to go across the river over here. We need to go to the pristine spire now. Alright, everybody, we're gonna set up camp over here. We're gonna go rest for about 4 hours. So it's daytime. Then we're gonna go march against that Oblivion gate.